king had more affected the Duke of Albany and Cornwall.
It did always seem so to us. But now, in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most.
Is not this your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I am raised to it.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, this young fellow's mother could. Whereupon she grew round-wombed, and had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle, ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have, sir, a son by order of law, who yet is no dearer in my account. Though this knave came something saucily into the world, there was good sport at his making, and the whoreson must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my honorable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you, and soon to know you better.
Sir, I shall study deserving.
He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my
liege. Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we unburdened crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughters several dowries. The future strife may be prevented now. Tell me, my daughters, which of you, shall we say, doth love us most? That we our largest bounty may extend, where nature doth with merit challenge. Godwell, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty. Beyond what can be valued, rich or rare. No less than life with grace, health, beauty, honor. As much as child e'er loved or a father found. Or what that makes his breath borns, each unable. Beyond all matters, so much I love you.
What shall Cordelia speak? Love, and be silent.
All these bounds, even from this line to this, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
Sire, I am maiden, self-mettled as my sister is, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short. And I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicited in thy dear highness's love. And poor Cordelia, and yet not so, because I am sure my love's more generous than thy tongue.
Thee and thine, hereditary ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy. Although the last, not least. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing can come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to our bond, no more nor less.
How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortunes.
Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as our right fit. obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why not my sister's husbands? They say they love you all. Haply, when I shall wed, the Lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry with him half my love, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
I, my good lord,
So young and so untender.
so young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so, then. Thy truth, then, be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian shalt my bosom be, as well neighbored, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter.
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I love her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Call France! Call Burgundy! Cornwall and Albany, with my 2 daughters' dowers, digest this third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly in my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself, my monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you thy due terms.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master, followed.
The bow is bent and drawn, make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. He can't unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkst thou that beauty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honor's bound when majesty falls to folly. Reverse thy doom, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least.
Kent, on thy life no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies.
Out of my sight!
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
No, by Apollo!
Now by Apollo, king, thou swearest thy gods in vain.
Oh, vassal! Miscreant! Forbear!
Do kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can vent clamor from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me! Recreant! On thine allegiance, hear me! 5 days we do allot thee for provision to shield thee from diseases of the world. And on the 6th, to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following, thy banished trunk be found in our dominion, the moment is thy death.
Fare thee well, king. Since thus thou wilt appear, freedomless hence and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee maid, that justly thinks and has most rightly said. In your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princess, bids you all adieu. Will shape his old course in a country new.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, what in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered.
When she was dear to us, we did hold her so, but now her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands. If aught within that little seeming substance and nothing more may fitly like your grace, she's there and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath. Take her or leave her.
Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes not up on such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore, beseech you to vert your life in a more worthy way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange that she that even but now was your best object. The argument of your praise, balm of your age, most best, most dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous, to dismantle so many folds of favor.
I yet beseech your majesty that you make known. It is no vicious blot, murder or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor. But even for want of that which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue as I am glad I have not, though not to have it hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hadst not been born than not have pleased me better.
Is it but this? A tardiness in nature which often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to do. My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stand aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself, dowry. Royal Lear, give but that portion which yourself proposed. And here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I've sworn. I am firm.
I am sorry then you have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respects and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Be in my virtues here I seize one. Be it lawful I take up what's cast away. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair friends. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, though unkind. Thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine. For we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father. With washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know you, what you are, and like a sister am loath to call your faults as they are named. Use well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him, and yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would refer him to a better place. But farewell to you both.
Prescribe not us our duty.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you with fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth that want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what blighted cunning hides,
Who covers faults, at last shame them to rise.
well may you prosper. Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
Oh, that is most certain. And with you. Next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. He always loved our sister most, and what poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age. Yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his signs have been but rash. Now must we look to receive from his age, not alone the imperfections of longing rapt condition, but the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such unconstant stars are we like to see as this of Kent's banishment.
Pray, let's get together. If our father carries such dispositions as he bears, his last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall think further on.
We must do something, and in the heat.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why bastard? Wherefore base, when my dimensions are as well compact? My mind is generous, and my shape as true as honest madam's issue. Why brand they us with base, with baseness, bastardy, base, base? Who in the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed? Go to the creating a whole tribe of thoughts got between sleep and wake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate. If this letter speed, and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now, gods, stand up for bastards!
Kent vanished thus, and France and Kohler parted. Edmund, how now? What news?
So please your lordship, none.
Why so earnestly seek you to put up that letter?
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No? What needed then that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? The quality of nothing hath not such need to hide itself. Let's see. Come, if it be nothing, I shall not need spectacles.
I beseech you, sir, pardon me. It is a letter from my brother, that I have not all over read. And for so much as I have perused, I find it not fit for your overlooking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I hope for my brother's justification, he wrote this but as an essay on taste of my virtue.
This policy and reverence of age makes the world bitter to the best of our times. Keeps our fortunes from us till our oldness cannot relish them. Come to me that of this I may speak more. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother, Edgar. Huh. Conspiracy? Sleep till I waked him. You should enjoy half his revenue? My son Edgar? Had he a hand to write this? A heart and brain to breathe it in? You know the character to be your brother's?
It is his hand, my lord, but I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Hath he never before sounded you in this business?
Never, my lord. But I have heard him oft maintain it to be fit that sons at a perfect age and fathers declining, the father should be as ward to the son, and the son manage his revenue.
Oh, villain! Villain! His very opinion in the letter. Abhorred villain, unnatural, detested, brutish villain, worse than brutish. Go, Sirrah, seek him. I'll apprehend him. Abominable villain, where is he?
I do not well know, my lord. I dare palm down my life for him that he have written this to feel my affection to your honor, and to no other pretense of danger.
Think you so? Oh, he cannot be such a monster.
Nor is not, sure.
To his father, who so tenderly and entirely loves him. Heaven and earth. Oh, Edmund, seek him out, I pray you. Do it carefully. Frame the business after your own wisdom. I would unstate myself to be in a due resolution.
I will seek him, sir, presently. Convey the business as I shall find means and acquaint you with all.
These late eclipses in the sun and moon portend no good to us. Though the wisdom of nature can reason it thus and thus, yet nature finds itself scourged by the sequent effects. Love cools, friendships fall off, brothers divide. In cities mutinies, in countries discord, in palaces treason, and the bond cracked twixt son and This villain of mine falls under the prediction. There's son against father. The king falls from bias of nature. There's father against child. We have seen the best of our times. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous disorders follow us disquietly to our graves. Find out this villain, Edward. It shall lose thee nothing. Do it carefully. The noble and true-hearted Kent banished. His offense, honesty. 'Tis strange.
This is the excellent foppery of the world. That when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeit of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and the stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherers by a spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on, an admirable evasion of whoremaster man, to lay his coach's disposition on the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. But I should have been what I am had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Edgar! And back he comes. My cue is villainous melancholy, with a sigh like Tom Ho Bedlam. Oh, these eclipses to what's in these divisions! Ah, so lovely.
How now, Brother Edmund? What serious contemplation are you in?
I am thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day. What should follow these eclipses?
Do you busy yourself with that?
I promise you the effects he writes will succeed unhappily, as of the unnaturalness between the child and the parent, menaces and maledictions against king and nobles, banishment of friends, nuptial breaches, and I know not what.
How long have you been a secretary astronomical?
Come! When saw you my father last?
The night gone by.
Spake you with him?
Aye, 2 hours together.
Parted you in good terms? Found you no displeasure in him by word or countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself where you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure, which at this instant so rageth in him, that with the mischief of your person it would scarcely allay.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
Oh, that's my fear. I pray you have a continent forbearance till the speed of his rage goes slower, and retire to my lodging. Pray ye go, there is my key. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother!
Brother, I advise you to the best. I am no honest man if there be any good meaning towards you. I have told you what I have seen and heard but faintly. Nothing like the image and horror of it. Pray you away.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous father, and a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harm that he suspects none, on whose foolish honesty my practices ride easy. I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit. All with me's meet, that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Aye, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and itself upbraids us upon every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say that I am sick.
He's coming, madam, I hear him.
Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I would have you come to question. If you distaste it, let him to our sister, whose mind and mine I know in that one not to be overruled. Idle old man. Who would manage those authorities he hath given away. Now, by my life, old fools are babes again and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen abused. Remember what I have said.
Well, madam.
I'll write straight to my sister, who shall hold my very course.
It was as well. I utter accents Poirot, that can my speech diffuse. My good intent may carry through itself to that full issue. For which I raise my likeness, now banished Kent. If thou canst stand where thou dost stand condemned, so may it come. Thy master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labours.
How now? What art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess? What wouldst thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I seem. To serve him truly that will put me in trust. To love him that is honest. To converse with him that is wise and says little. To fear judgment. To fight when I cannot choose. And to eat no fish.
What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
Thou beest as poor for a subject as he is for a king, and thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You?
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir. But you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, to mar a curious tale in telling it, and to deliver a message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in, and the best of me is diligence.
How old art thou?
Not so young, sir, to love a woman for singing, nor so old to dote on her for anything.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I will not part from thee yet. Where's my name? My fool. Call my fool hither. Oh, you. Sarah, you. Where's my daughter? What says the fellow there? And call the clock pole back. Where's my fool? Oh! Think the world's asleep. Oh no. Where's that mongrel?
He said, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came not the slave back to me when I called him?
Sir, he answered me in the roundest manner. He would not.
He would not.
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you will want. There's a great abatement as well in the general dependence as well as in your daughter.
Ha! Sayest thou so?
I beseech you, pardon me, my lord, if I be mistaken, but my duty cannot be silent when I see your highness wronged.
Thou but rememberest me of mine own conception. I have perceived of late a neglect which I had rather blamed as mine own jealous curiosity than as a very pretense or purpose of unkindness. I will look further into it. But where's my fool? I've not seen him this 2 days.
Since my young ladies going into France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that. I have noted it well. Go you, and tell my daughter I will speak with her. Call hither my fool. Oh, you, sir. You, come you hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My ladies, father.
My ladies, father. My lord's knave, you horse and dog, you slave, you cur.
I am none of these, my lord. I seek your pardon.
Don't you bandy looks with me, rascal!
Not be struck.
Nor trip neither device for player.
Well, thank thee, fellow. Thou, sir, speed, I'll love thee.
Come, sir, arise, away, I'll teach you differences. Go to. Have you wisdom? No.
No, my pretty knave, I thank thee, and there's earnest of thy
Oh,
service.
let me hire him too. Here, take my coxcomb.
Oh, no, my pretty knave, how dost thou?
Sarah, you must take my coxcomb.
Why, fool?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favor there. Take my coxcomb. When this fellow hath banished 2 on his daughters, and did the 3rd a blessing against his will, if thou wilt follow him, thou must needs take my coxcomb. How now, Nuncle? Would I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters.
Why, my boy?
If I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs to myself. There's mine. beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, Sarah. The whip
Sarah, I'll teach thee a speech.
you.
Mark it, uncle. Have more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. Ride more than thou goest. Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Oh, that was like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. And you make no use of nothing, uncle.
Why no, boy, nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee, tell him so much the rent of his land comes to, he'll not believe a fool.
A bitter fool?
Oh, dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet fool?
No, lad, teach me.
That lord that counseled thee to give away thy land, come, place him here by me. Do thou for him stand? The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me fool, boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away, that thou was born with.
This is not altogether a fool, my lord.
No, faith, lords and great men will not let me. If I had a monopoly out, they take part on it. And ladies, too, they will not let me have all the fool to myself. They'll be snatching. Give me an egg, uncle, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, when I have cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg, thou hadst little enough wit in thy gold crown, and thou gavest thy gold one away.
That's soon gold to me.
Prithee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that would teach the fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And you lie, Sarah, we'll have you whipped.
I marvel at what kin thou and thy daughters are.
Oh.
They'll have me whipped for speaking true, thou'lt have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I am whipped for holding my peace. I would rather be any other kind of thing than a fool, and yet I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast paired thy wit on both sides and left nothing in the middle. Oh, and here comes one of the pairings.
How now, daughter? What makes that frontlet on? Methinks you too much lay to the
Thou
frown.
wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her crowning. Yes, forsooth, I'll hold my tongue, so your face bids me, though you say nothing. That the shell peas cause.
Not only so, this your all licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue, who hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank, and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance.
The hen sparrow fed the cuckoo so long it had its head bit off by its young.
Are you our daughter?
Come, sir, I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions that of late transform you from what you rightly are.
Transformed me from what I rightly am. Doth any here know me? This is not Lear. Doth Lear walk thus, speak thus? Where are his eyes? Either his notion weakens, his discerning telepathy. Waking? No, 'tis not so. Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn that, for by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded that I have daughters.
Which they will make an obedient father.
Your name, fair gentlewoman.
This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of other unique pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, should be wise. There you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected by their manners, shows like a riotous inn, and epicures and lust make it more like a tavern or a brothel than this. Be the desire by her that I will take the thing she begs, a little to disquantity your train, and the remainder that shall still depend to be such men as may besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils! Saddle my horses, call my train together! Degenerate bastard! So I'll not trouble thee, yet have I left a daughter.
Strike my people in your disordered rival, make servants of their betters!
Oh, sir, are you come? Is it your will?
I don't-
Oh, speak, sir! Ah! Ingratitude! Thou marble-hearted fiend! more hideous when thou showest me in a child than the sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite, thou liest. My train are men of choice and rare response, that all particulars of duty know, and in the most exact regard support the worships of their name, though most small fault. How ugly didst thou in Cordelia's show, which like an engine wrenched my frame of nature from the fixed place, drew from my heart all love, added to the goal. Lear, beat at this gate, that let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out.
My lord, I am guiltless as I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
If it may be so, my lord. Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose, if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful, into her womb convey sterility, and dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, create a child of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart disnatured torment to her. Turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt. The sheen I feel, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away! Away!
Thou gods that we adore, whereof comes this?
Never put yourself into more of it, but let his disposition have that scope that dotage gives it.
What? 50 of my followers and the cloud within the fort.
What's the matter, sir?
I am ashamed, life and death, that thou hast power to shake my manhood thus, that these hot tears which break from me perforce should make thee worth them. I have another daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear this of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt find that I'll resume the shape that thou dost think I have cast off forever.
Did you mark that, my lord?
I cannot be so partial, God over the great love I bear.
Pray you contempt! What, Oswald, ho! This man hath had good counsel? 100 knights! 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep at point 100 knights, yes. On every dream he buzz each fancy to complaint dislike. He may guard his dotage with their powers and hold our lives in mercy.
Well, you may fear too far.
Safer than trust too far. I know his heart. He hath uttered, I have writ my sister. If she sustain him and his 100 knights after I have shown the unfitness. How now, Oswald, what? Have you writ the letter to my sister?
Go you before to Gloucester with these letters. Acquaint my daughter no further than anything you know that comes from her demand out of the letter. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there for you.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letters.
Wait a horse, inform her full of my particular fear, and thereto add such reasons of your own as may compact it more. Get you gone and hasten your return. I don't know, my lord, this milky mildness is yours, though I condemn it not. Yet, under pardon, you are much more attached for want of wisdom than praised for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better, off we mar what's well.
If man's brains were in his heels, were he not in danger of calluses?
Aye, boy.
And prithee, be merry, thy wit shall ne'er go slipshod.
Ha, ha, ha.
Ha! Shalt see. Thy other daughter shall use thee kindly, for though she's like this as a crab like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
What canst tell, boy?
She'll taste as like as a crab does to a crab. Knowest thou? Why one's nose stands in the middle of one's face.
No.
Why keep one's eyes on either side's nose, so that what man may not smell out, he may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Canst thou tell how an oyster makes a shell?
No.
Nor I neither. But I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why to put his head into,
Oh,
not to give away to his daughters.
I will forget my nature. So kind a father. Be my horses ready.
Like asses have gone about him. The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed. That would make a good fool.
To take it again, perforce. Monster ingratitude.
If thou were my fool, uncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old, well, thou hast been wise.
Oh, let me not be mad. Not mad, sweet heaven. Keep me in temper. I would not be mad.
The Duke be here tonight. The better, best. This weaves itself perforce into my business. My father has set God to take my brother, and I have one thing of a queasy question which I must act. Briefness and fortune work. Brother, a word! Descend! Brother, I say! My father watches. Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. You have now the good advantage of the night. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither, now, in the night, in the haste, and Regan with him. Have you nothing said upon his party?
I'm sure on't, not a word.
I hear my father coming. Pardon me. In cutting, I must draw my sword upon you. Draw, seek to defend yourself. Now quit you well. Yield! Come before my father! Light! Ho! Here! Fly, brother! Torches! Torches! So farewell. Some blood drop upon me would beget opinion of my more fierce endeavor. I have seen drunkards do more than this in sport. Father! Father!
Now, Edmund, where's the villain?
Here stood he in the darkest, sharp sword out, mumbling of wicked charms, conjuring the moon to stand auspicious mistress.
But where is he?
Look, sir, I bleed.
Where is the villain, Edmund?
Fled this way, sir. Would by no means.
Pursue him! Ho! Go after! By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship. But seeing how loathly opposite I stood to his unnatural purpose, oh, suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught. The noble Duke, my master, comes tonight. By his authority I will proclaim it. He that finds him shall deserve our thanks. He that conceals him, death.
How now, my noble friend? Since I came hither, I have heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short which can pursue the offender. How dost, my lord?
Oh, madam, my old heart is cracked. It's cracked.
What did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named your Edgar?
Oh, madam, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tend upon my father?
I know not, madam.
Yes, madam! He was of that consort.
Oh, no marvel then that he were ill affected. I have this very evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions, that should they come to sojourn at our house, I'll not be there.
Nor I, assure thee, Regan. Edmund, I hear you have shown your father a childlike office.
It was my duty, sir.
He did betray his practice and received this hurt you see, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this instant so much commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall much need. You we first seize on.
I shall serve you, sir. Truly, however else.
For him I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you.
Occasions, noble master, of some poise, wherein we must have use of your advice. our father, he hath written, so hath our sister of differences, which I thought it best fit to answer from our home. Several messengers from hence attend dispatch. Good old friend, lay comforts to your bosom, and bestow your needful counsel to our business, which craves the instant use.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome. Good dawning to thee, friend. Owner of this house,
Aye,
where may we set our horses?
i' the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, free-suited, 100-pound, filthy, worsted-stocking knave, a lily-livered, action-taking, horse-on, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical grove. One that was to be barred in way of good service was on nothing but the composition of a beggar, coward, pander, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch.
What a monstrous fellow art thou! Thus to rail on one that's neither known of thee nor knows thee.
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 2 days ago since I beat thee, and tripped up thy heels before the king? Draw, you horse uncallionly barbermonger! Draw!
Wait, I have nothing to do with thee.
Draw, you rascal! You come with letters against the king, and take vanity, the puppet's part, against the royalty of a father? Come your ways!
Help! Oh, murder! Help!
Strike, you rogue!
Help!
Strike!
Murder! Murder!
How now? What's the matter?
Weapons! Arms! What's the matter here?
Keep peace upon your lives. He dies that strikes again. What is the matter?
The messengers from our sister and the king.
What is your difference?
Speak!
Scarce in breath my word.
No marvel you have so bestirred your valor, you cowardly rascal! Nature disclaims in thee, a tailor made thee!
Thou art a strange fellow. A tailor make a man.
Nay, a tailor, sir. A stonecutter or a painter could not have made him so ill, though he had been but 2 hours at the trade.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
This ruffian, sir, whose life I've spared.
Thou whore sunset! Thou unnecessary letter! Spare my life, you wagtail!
Peace, Sirrah, you beastly knave. Know you no reverence?
Yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty. Such smiling rogues as these bring oil to fire, and turn their halcyon beaks with every gale and vary of their masters, knowing not like dogs what following. A plague upon your epileptic visage. Smile you my speeches as if I were a fool.
Art thou mad, fellow?
How fell you out? Say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I in such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
Nor perchance does mine, or his, or hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder that I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness, and constrains the guard quite from his nature. He cannot flatter, he. An honest mind and plain, he must speak truth, and they will take it. So, if not, he's plain. These kind of knaves I know, which in this plainness harbor more craft and more corrupter ends than 20 silly ducking observants who stretch their duties nicely.
I know, sir, I am no flatterer. He that beguiles you in a plain accent is a plain knave, which for my part I will not be, though I should win your displeasure to entreat me to't.
What was the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late to strike at me, when he, conjunct and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind, and put upon him such a deal of manlet worthy him, God praises me, and in the fleshment of his dread exploit, drew on me here and there.
None of these rogues and cowards, but Ajax is their fool.
Fetch forth the stocks, you stubborn knave. You reverent braggart, we'll teach you.
Sir, I am too old to learn. But call not your stocks for me, I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small respect. Show too bold malice against the grace and person of my master, stalking his messenger.
Fetch forth the stocks, as I have life and honor, there shall he sit till noon.
Till noon. Till night, my lord, and all night too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow of the self-same color our sister speaks of.
I do beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king, his master, will check him for it. Your proposed low correction is such as bases and much condemned wretches for pilferings and most common trespasses are punished with. You must take it ill that he, so slightly valued in his messenger, should have him thus restrained.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive it much more worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted for following her affairs.
Come, my good lord, away.
I am sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the Duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor scoffed. I'll entreat for thee.
Pray do not, sir. I have watched and traveled hard. Sometime I shall sleep out, the rest I'll whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out at heels. Give you a good morrow.
The Duke's blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Approach, thou beacon, to this underglow, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. Nothing almost sees miracles but misery. I know 'tis from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscured course, and shall find time from this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies. All weary and o'erwatched, take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful watching. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaim, and in the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place that guard and most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Else I may escape, I will preserve myself. Then be thought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought near to peace. My face, grime, filth, like my loins, and of all my hairs and nuts, and presented nakedness, outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars, who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified bare arms. Things, little tricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary, and with this horrible object, from low farms, poor-pelting villages, sheepcotes and mills, enforce their charity. Poor Turleygood, poor Tom, do poor Tom some charity. Something yet. Edgar, I, not thee.
It's strange that they should so depart from home and not send back our messenger.
Hail to thee, noble master.
Makes thou this shame thy pastime?
No, my lord.
What? He wears cruel garters? Oh,
What's he that hath so much thy place mistook to set thee here?
It is both he and she. Your son and daughter.
No,
Yes.
no, I say.
I say that.
No, no, they would not.
Yes, yes, they have.
By Jupiter, I swear no!
By Juno, I swear
I
I.
does not do it! Could not, would not do it! Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage.
Resolve me with all moth's taste which way thou might deserve, or they impose this usage coming from us.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness letters to them. Ere I was risen, came there a reeking post, stewed in his haste, half breathless, panting forth from Goneril his mistress' salutations. Delivered letters which presently they read, gave me hard looks. A meeting here the other messenger, being the very fellow which of late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers.
Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not. Stay here.
made you no offense for what you spoke of.
None. How chanced the king comes with so small a number?
Now I've been placed in the stocks for that question. Now it's well deserved it.
Why, fool?
All who follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind. And there's not a nose among 20 that can smell him that's stinking. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine back again. I'd have none but knaves follow it, as a fool gives it. That, sir, which serves and seeks for gain and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain and leave thee in the storm. But I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise man fly. That knave turns fool, he runs away. The fool no knave, for die.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
Nigh to speak with me. They are sick. They are weary. They have traveled all the night. Lear fetches. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own course.
Fiery? What quality? Gloucester. Gloucester, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
No, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Informed them. Dost thou understand me, man?
Aye, my good lord.
The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak. Commands her service. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood. Fiery! The fiery Duke! Tell the hot Duke that... No, but not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity doth still neglect all office whereto our health is bound. We are not ourselves when nature, being oppressed, commands the mind to suffer with the body. I'll forbear.
Death on my state! Wherefore should he sit here?
Go tell the Duke and his wife I'd speak with them. Now, presently. Bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
Oh me, my heart, my rising heart, but down.
Right to it, nuncle! As did the cockney to the eels, and she put him in a paste alive. She napped him o'er the coxcomb to the stick, crying, "Down, wantons, down!" 'Twas her brother that, in pure kindness, in his horse, buttered his head.
Good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason I have to think so. If thou shouldst not be glad, I would divorce me from thy mother's tomb, sepulchring and adulteress. Beloved Regan, thy sister's naught. O Regan, she hath tied sharp tooth and kindness like a vulture here.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope that you less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, Perchance she had to restrain the riots of your knights. 'Tis on such ground and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
My curses on her!
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion which discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray, to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness? Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
But sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train, looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue, most serpent-like, upon the very heart. All the stored vengeances of heaven fall on her ungrateful top.
Fie, sir,
You
fie.
nimble lightnings dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes. Invert her beauty, you fan-sucked fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blast her pride.
Oh, the blessed gods! So would you wish on me when the rash moon is on?
No, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender-hearted nature shall not give thee o'er to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. Thy half of the kingdom hast thou not forgotten wherein thy being town.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put thy man in the stocks?
What means your grace?
Who stalked my servant? I have good hope thou didst not know on't. But who comes here? Oh, heavens! If you do love old men, if your sweet sway allow obedience, if yourselves are old, send down and make it your cause. Take my part. I'm not ashamed to look upon this beard. Oh, Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds and dotage turns so.
Besides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir. But his own disorders deserved much less advancement.
You did.
I pray you, Father, being weak seems so. If, until the expiration of your month, you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am from home now, and out of that provision which is needful for your entertainment.
Return to her with 50 men dismissed? No! Rather I abjure all roofs and choose to wage against the enmity of the air. Return with her. Oh, persuade me rather to be slave and sumpter to this detested groom.
At your choice, sir.
I pray thee, daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We'll no more meet, no more see one another. But yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather the disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boar, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not change. No, let shame come when it will. I do not call it. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister, for she knows what she does.
Is this well spoken?
Dare vouch it, sir. What? 50 followers? Is it not well? What needs thou of more? Yea, or so many. Sick of charge and danger speak against so great a number. how in one house could many people under two commands hold amity. 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those she calls servants or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If they chance to slack you, you could control them. If you will come to me, for now is my danger, I pray you to bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
And in good time, David.
Made you my guardians, my depositaries, but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. What? Must I come to you with 5 and 20, Regan? Said you so?
And speak again, my lord. No more with me.
Those wicked creatures, yet you look well favored. When others are more wicked, not being the worst stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee. Thy 50 yet that double 5 and 20, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord.
What need you 5 and 20, 10 or 5, when twice so many have command to tend you?
What need one?
Oh, reason not the need! The basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady, if only to go warm or gorgeous. Why, nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, oh, you heavens, give me that patience I need. You see me, here, you gods, a poor old man as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their fathers, fool me not so much to bear its tingling, touch me with noble anger. Let not women's weapons water drops stain my man's cheeks. No, you unnatural hags, I will have such revenges on you both that all the world should. I will do such things. What they are, yet I know not, but they shall be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? No, will not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart should break into 100,000 claws or ere I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw. It will be a storm.
The house is little. The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed.
If his own blame hath put himself from rest, he must needs taste his own folly.
For his particular, I'll receive him gladly. But not one follower, so am I purposed.
The king is in high rage.
Whither is he going?
He calls to horse, but will I know not whither.
'Tis best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
Alack, the night comes on, and the bleak winds do sorely ruffle. For many miles about, there's scarce a bush.
Oh, sir, to willful men the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. My Regan counsels well. Come out of the storm.
Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks! Rage, blow, You cataracts and hurricanes spout to have drenched our steeples, drowned the cocks. You sulphurous thought executing fires, vault couriers of oak cleaving thunderbolts, singe my white head, and thou, all shaking thunder, strike flat the thick rotundity of the earth, crack nature's molds, all germains, spill at once that makes ingrateful man.
He that has a house to put his head in has a good headpiece. Here's a knight that pities neither wise men nor fools.
Rumble thy bellyful! Spit fire! Spout rain! Nor rain, wind, thunder, fire on my daughters. I tax not you, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription. Then let fall your horrible pleasure. Here I stand, your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, despised old man.
Uncle, poured holy water in a dry house is better than this rainwater out of doors. Good Uncle in, and ask thy daughter's blessing.
No, I will be the pattern of all patience. I will say nothing.
Who's there?
Mary, here's grace and a codpiece. That's a wise man and a fool.
Alas, sir, are you here? Things that love knights, love not such knights as these.
Let the great gods find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch, that has within thee undivulged crimes and whipped of justice. I'm a man more sinned against than sinning.
Alack, bareheaded. Wishes my lord hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship will avenge against the tempest. Repose you there.
My wits begin to turn. Come on, my boy. How dost, my boy? Art cold. Oh, I'm cold myself. Where's the straw, my fellow? The art of our necessities is strange, can make vile things precious. Poor fool and knave. I've one part in my heart, but sorry yet for thee. Come, bring us to this hovel.
He that has and a little tiny wit, with a hey-ho, a wind and a lane, must make
Alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. When I desired their leave that I might pity him, they took from me the use of my own house, and charged me on pain of perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, entreat for him, nor any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to. Say you nothing. I have received a letter this night. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. I have locked the letter in my closet. These injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. There's part of a power already footed. We must incline to the king. I will seek him and privately relieve him. Go you, and maintain talks with the duke, that my charity be not of him perceived. If he asks for me, I am ill and gone to bed. Though I die for it, as no less is threatened me, the king, my own master, must be relieved. There is some strange thing toward Edmund. Pray you, be careful.
This courtesy forbid thee. Shall the Duke instantly know. And of that letter too. This seems a fair deserving. It must draw me that which my father loses, no less than all. The younger rises when the old doth fall.
Here's the place, my lord. Good my lord enter. The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure.
Let me alone.
Good my lord enter here.
Will break my heart.
I had rather break mine own.
Thou think'st as much that this contentious storm invades us to the skin. So 'tis to thee. Where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. The tempest in my mind doth from my senses take all feeling else save what beats there. Filial ingratitude. No, I will weep no more. Oh, Regan, God will Your old kind father whose frank heart gave all. No. That way back, this last. No more of that. Let me shun that.
Goodbye, Lord, and take here.
Prithee, go in thyself. In, boy. Go first. Yea, get thee in. I'll pray and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, by the pelting of this pitiless storm, how shall your houseless heads, your unfed sides, your looped and windowed raggedness defend you from seasons such as these?
Bottom and half! Bottom and half, poor Tom!
He's not in here now, look! Here's a spirit, help me! Help me!
Give me thy hands. Who's there?
A spirit, he says his name's poor Tom.
What art thou that dost grumble there in the straw? Come forth!
Away! Foul feet follows me! Through the sharp hawthorn blows the cold wind. Cold in thy cold bed and warm thee.
Hast thou given all to thy two daughters, and art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom? Whom the foul fiend has led to fire and flame? Who bog and quagmire? Who ford and whirlpool? And hath laid knives under his pillow, and halters in his pew? Separate thing that is porridge, made him proud of heart, to ride on a maid-trotting horse, cross forward bridges, to course his own shadow for a traitor. Oh, bless thy fine ways!
His daughters brought him to this pass. Oh, couldst thou save nothing? Didst thou give them all?
Nay, he reserved a blanket, else we had all been shamed.
Now all the plagues that in the pendulous air hang fated o'er men's faults, light on thy daughters!
He hath no daughters, sir.
Dead traitor! Nothing could subdue nature to such a lotus but his unkind daughter. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh?
Billicock stand on Billicock still.
This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen.
Take heed, O the foul fiend. Obey thy parents. Swear not. Commit not with men's sworn spouse. Oh, Tom's a gold.
What hast thou been?
Serving men, proud in heart and mind, while gloves in my cap, serve the lust of my mistress' heart. Did the act of darkness pretend? Swore as many oaths as I spoke words, broke them in the sweet face of heaven. One that slept, driving the blood, and waits to do it. Why doth I weakly, thus dearly, and in woman, thou Paragon the Turk? Let not the rustling of silk nor the creaking of shoes betray thy heart to woman. Keep that foot out of brothel, and the flies of foul fiend. No, the sharp hawthorn blows the cold wind. Honey, honey. Dolphin, my boy, sister, let him trap by.
Why, thou wert better in thy grave than to answer with thy uncommon body this extremity of the skies. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou wast the worm, no silk, the beast, no hide, the cat, no perfume. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, forked animal as thou art. Off, you lendings. Come, unbutton here.
Prithee, Temple, be contented. 'Tis a naughty night to swim in, and now a little fire in a wild field is like an old ledger's heart. One spark while the rest on his body's cold.
Oh!
Look, here comes a walking fire.
What are you there? Your names?
Who's there besides foul weather?
One-minded like the weather, most unquietly.
What is you seek?
What's he?
This is foul fiend, liberty to it. He rises in curfew and walks to the first cock. Gives the web in the pin, squints the eye, mildews the white wheat, and hurts the poor creature of earth.
What? Hath your grace no better company?
The Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. No, he's called then.
Ah, our flesh and blood is grown so vile, my lord, that it doth hate what gets it.
Oh, Tom,
Come in with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's hard commands. Though their intention be to bar my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold upon you, yet have I ventured to come seek you out and bring you where both fire and food is ready.
First, let me talk with this philosopher.
Good my lord, take his offer. Go into the house.
I'll talk a word with this same learned Theban. What is your study, sir?
How to prevent the fiend and to kill vermin.
Oh, let me ask you one word in private.
Importune him once more to go, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughters seek his death. Oh, that dear Kent. He said it would be thus. Poor banished man. Thou sayest the king grows mad? I tell thee, friend, I am almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood. He sought my life, but lately, very late. I loved him, friend. No father his son dearer. True to tell thee, the grief hath crazed my wits. Oh, what a night's this! I do beseech your grace.
Oh, I cry you mercy, sir. Noble philosopher, your company.
Tom's a cold.
In, fellow, bear into the hovel. Keep thee warm.
This way, my lord.
With him! With him! I will keep still with my philosopher.
Sirrah, come on, go along with us.
Come, good Athenian.
No words. No words. Hush.
Child Roland to the dark tower came. His cry was still, I overcome. I smell the blood of a British man.
I will have my revenge ere I depart this house.
Oh, how malicious is my fortune, that I must repent to be just. This is the letter he spoke of, which approves him an intelligent party to the advantages of France. Oh, heavens, that this treason will not I the detector.
Go with me to the Duchess.
If the matter of this paper be certain, you have mighty business in hand.
True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Seek out where thy father is, that he may be ready for our apprehension.
If I should find him comforting the king, it will stuff his suspicions more fully. I will persevere in my course of loyalty, sir, though the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I will lay trust upon thee. Thou shalt find a dearer father in my love.
Here is better than the open air. Take it thankfully. I will piece out the comfort to what addition I can. I will not be long from you.
The power of his wits have given way to his impatience. The gods reward your kindness.
Beware the foul fiend.
Prithee, Nuncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
A king! A king!
Foul fiend bites my back.
It's mad that 'twas the tameness of a wolf, a horse's health, a boy's love, or a whore's oath.
It shall be done. I will arraign them straight. Come, sit thou here, most learned justicer. Thou, sapient sir, sit here. Now, you she-foxes!
How do you, sir? Stand you not so amazed? Will you not lie down and rest?
I'll see their trial first. Bring in their evidence. You are the commission, sit you too.
Let us deal justly. The cat is gray.
Arraign her first. Dishonorable. I here take my oath before this honorable assembly. She kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Pray mercy, I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another, whose warped looks proclaim what store her heart is made on. Oh, stop her there! Arms! Arms! Sword! Fire! Corruption in the place! Oh, false justicer! Why hast thou let her escape?
Bless thy fine wits.
Oh, pity. So where is the patience now that you so often boasted to attain?
My tears begin to take his part so much, so more my counterfeiting.
The little dogs and all. Trey, Blanchard, sweetheart. See, they bark at me.
Tom will shake his head at them. I want you guys.
You, sir, I entertain you for one of my 100. Only, I do not like the fashion of your garments. You will say that they are Persian attire, but let them be changed.
Now, good my lord, come lie here and rest a while.
Make no noise! Make no noise! Draw the curtains. So. We'll go to supper in the morning.
I'll go to bed at noon.
Come hither, friend. Where is the king, my master?
Yes, sir. A trouble and none, his wits are gone.
Good friend, I pray thee, take him in my arms. I have o'erheard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter ready. Lay him in and drive towards Dover, friend, where thou shalt meet both welcome and protection. Take up thy master. If thou shouldst dally half an hour, his life with thine, and all who offer to defend him stand in assured loss. Take up, and follow me that will do some provision to be quick conduct.
Oppressed nature sleeps. This rest might yet have balmed thy broken senses, which of convenience will not allow stand in hard cure.
Oh. When we are betters, see bearing our woes, we scarcely think our miseries our foes. Who alone suffers most in the mind, leaving free things, happy shows behind. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king bow. Be childed as I, fathered. Calm away, mark the high noises in thyself betray. When false opinion and its wrong thought defiles thee, and thy just proof repeal and reconcile thee. What else may have more tonight? Say, escape the king. Hard work.
Come, help to bear thy master. Thou must not stay behind.
Post speedily to my lord your husband. Show him this letter. The army of France is landed. Edmund, keep you our sister company. The revenges we are bound to take upon your traitorous father are not fit for your beholding. How now? Where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him some 5 or 6 and 30 of his knights are gone with him towards Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Get horses for your mistress. Seek out the traitor Gloucester. Pinion him like a thief. Bring him before us.
Hang him instantly. Pluck out his eyes.
Leave him to my displeasure. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my lord of Gloucester.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Though well we may not pass upon his life without the form of justice, yet our power shall do a courtesy to our wrath, which men may blame but not control. Who's there? The traitor!
Ingrateful fox, 'tis he.
Bind fast his corky arms.
What mean your graces? Good my friends, consider you are my guests. Do me no foul play, friends.
Hard, hard, filthy traitor.
Unmerciful lady as you are, I am none. I am your host.
Come, sir. What letters have you late from France?
Be simple answered, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors late-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands have you sent the lunatic king? Speak.
I have a letter, guessingly set down, which came from one that's of a neutral heart, and not from one opposed.
Cunning.
And false.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Wast thou not charged at peril?
Wherefore to Dover? Let him first answer that.
I am tied to the stake, and I must stand the course.
Wherefore to Dover, sir?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor thy fierce sister in his anointed flesh stick boorish fangs. But I shall see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it, shalt thou never. Fellows, hold the chair.
He that will think to live till he be old, give me some help!
Upon these eyes of thine I'll set my foot.
Oh, cruel, oh, we gods!
One side will mock another. The other two.
If you see vengeance.
Hold your hand, my lord. I have served you ever since I was a child. Better service have I never done than now to bid you hold.
How now, you dog?
You did wear a beard upon your chin, I'd shake it on this quarrel.
What do you mean?
My villain.
Nay then, come on and take the chance of anger.
Give me that sword. Peasant, stand up! Oh! Oh!
I am slain. My lord, you have one eye left to see some mischief on him.
Lest it see more. Prevent it!
No, no, no.
Out! Vile jelly! Where is thy luster now?
Oh, dark and comfortless. Where's my son, Edmund? Edmund, enkindle all the sparks of nature to quit this horrid act.
Out, treacherous villain! Thou call'st on him who hates thee. It was he that made the overture of thy treason known to us. Who is too good to pity thee?
Oh, my follies. And Edgar was abused. Oh, kind gods, forgive me that, and prosper him.
Turn out that eyeless villain.
Go, thrust him out of gates. Let him smell his way to Dover.
Throw this slave upon the dunghill.
I'll never care what wickedness I do, if this man come to good.
If she live long and in the end meet the old course of death, women will all turn monsters.
Let's follow the old earl and get the bedlam to leave him where he would. His roguish madness allows itself to anything.
I'll fetch some flax and wax of eggs to apply to his bleeding face. Now heaven help him.
How is my lord? Don't look here.
I have received a hurt. Regan, I bleed apace. Untimely comes this hurt. Give me that arm. Ah!
Yet better thus, and known to be condemned, than still condemned and flattered, to be worst, the lowest and most dejected thing of fortune, stands still in experts, lives not in fear. The lamentable change is from the best, the worst, returns to laughter. Welcome then that unsubstantial air that I embrace. The rest that thou hast blown unto the worst owes nothing to thy blast. But who comes here? My father poorly led. World, world, oh world, but that thy strange mutations make us hate thee. Life would not yield to age.
Away, get thee away, good friend, be gone. And thy comforts can do me no good at all. Thee they may hurt.
You cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw. Oh, dear son Edgar, oh, might I but live to see thee in my touch, I'd say I had eyes again.
How now? Who's there?
Oh God, boys can say that I am at the worst. I am worse than e'er I was.
Tis poor Mad Tom.
And worse I may be yet. The worst is not, so long as we can say, this is the worst.
Fellow, where goest?
Is it a beggar man?
Madman and beggar, too.
He hath some reason, else he could not beg. In last night's storm I such a fellow saw, which made me think a man a worm. My son came then into my mind, and yet my mind was scarce friends with him. I have heard more since. As flies like wanton boys are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport.
How should this be? Bad is the trade that must play fool to sorrow, angering itself and others. Bless thee, master.
Is that the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
And prithee, get thee gone. If for my sake thou shalt o'ertake us hence a mile or twain and way to Dover, do it for ancient love, and bring some covering for this naked soul, who I'll entreat to lead me.
Alack, sir, he is mad.
'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind.
I'll bring him the best apparel that I have. Come on't what will.
Sarah? Naked fellow.
The tongue's cold. I cannot top it further.
Come hither, fellow.
Yet I must. Bless thy sweet eyes. They bleed.
Knowest thou the way to Dover?
Both style and gait, horseway and footpath. Poor Tom had been scared out his good wits. Oh, must you commence something without me? Oh, what a disaster!
Here, take this purse, thou whom the heavens plagues and humble to all strokes. That I am wretched makes thee the happier. Dost thou know Dover?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff, whose high and bending head looks fearfully in the confined deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou dost bear with something rich about me. From that place I shall no leading need.
Come, give me your hand. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband not met us on the way. Now, where's your master?
Madam within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed, he smiled at it. I told him coming, his answer was the worse. What most he should like seems pleasant to him, what like offensive.
Then shall you go no further. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his musters and conduct his powers. I must change arms at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. His trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long you are like to hear a mistress's commands. Wear this, spare speech. This kiss, if it goes to speak, will stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive and fare thee well.
Yours in the ranks of death.
Oh. Dear Gloucester, oh, the difference of man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madam, here comes my lord.
I have been worth a whistle.
Oh, come.
Oh.
You are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. She that herself will sliver in this branch from a material sap, perforce must wither and come to deadly use.
More, that text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth savor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters. What have you performed? A father and a gracious, aged man whose reverence even the head-lugged bear would lick. Most barbarous, most degenerate have you maddened. If that the heavens do not their visible spirits send quickly down to tame these vile offenses, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man, that bearest a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs, who has not in thy brow an eye discerning thy honor from thy suffering. Where is thy drum? France spreads his banners across our noiseless land, whilst thou, a moral fool, sit still and criest, "Alack, why does he so?"
See thyself, devil. Proper deformity shows not in the fiend so horrid as in woman.
Oh, vain fool.
Thou changing and self-covered thing, for shame, bemonster not thy feature. Where my fitness to let these hands obey my blood? They are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones. However thou art a fiend, a woman's shape doth shield thee.
Marry your manhood new!
What news?
Oh, my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall is dead, slain by his servant, going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eyes?
The servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword to his great master, who thereat enraged blew on him, and amongst them felt him dead, but not without that harmful stroke which they have plucked him after.
This shows that you are above, you justices, that these are other crimes so speedily convenge. But oh, Gloucester, lose he his other eye?
Oath. Oath, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. It's from your sister.
When my life is well, being widowed, and my Gloucester with her, may all the building of my fancy look upon my hateful life. I'll read an answer.
Where was his son when they did take his eyes?
Come with my lady hither.
He's not here.
No, my good lord, I met him back again.
Knows he the wickedness?
I, my good lord. 'Twas he who would hope against him, and put the house on purpose that their punishment might have a freer course.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showest the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me what more thou knowest.
Alack! 'Tis he! But he was met even now as mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, crowned in rank fumiter and furrow weeds, darnel and all the idle weeds that grow in our sustaining corn. A sentry, send forth, search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye. What commands wisdom in restoring his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward worth.
There is news, madam. Foster nurse of nature's repose, which he lacks. That to restoring him are many simples operative, whose power will close the eye of anguish.
All blessed secrets, all unpublished virtues of the earth spring forth with my tears, be aidant and remediate in the good man's distress. Seek, for humless his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
News, madam. The British powers are marching hitherward.
'Twas known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, dear father, it is thy business that I go about. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him. powers set forth?
I, madam.
Himself in person there.
Madam, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
And Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home.
No, madam.
And what might report my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he's posted hence on serious matter. Oh, great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrives moves all hearts against us. Edmund is gone, I think, in pity of his misery, to dispatch his nighted life, but moreover, to decry the strength of the enemy.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
Our troops depart tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
I may not, madam. My lady charged my duty in this business.
But why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I had read
I know your lady doesn't love her husband. I'm sure of that. That her late being here, she gave strange, Iliad, most speaking glances to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom.
I, madam.
I speak and understand things. Yeah, I know it. Therefore I do advise you. Take this note. Edmund and I have talked in more convenient, is he for my hand than for your lady's. So fare you well. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Would I could meet him, madam. I should show what party I do follow.
Fare thee well.
When will I come to the top of that same hill?
You do climb it up now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea?
No, truly.
Why, then, your other senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
So may it be indeed. Methinks that thy voice is altered, and thou speakst in better phrase and matter than thou didst.
You are much deceived, and nothing have I changed but in my garments.
Methinks you were better spoken.
Oh, come, sir, stand still. Oh. Here's the place. Oh, how fearful it is to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and the choughs that wing the mid-air share scarce as gross as beetles. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice. Oh, I'll look no more, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong.
Set me where you stand.
You're on. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge. For all beneath the moon would I not leap upright.
Go thou further off. Bid me farewell, and let me hear you going.
Now, sir, fare ye well.
With all my heart.
Why I do trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it.
Oh, you mighty gods. This world I do renounce, and in your sight shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer and not fall to quarrel with your great opposeless wills, my snuff and loathed part of nature should burn itself out. If Edgar lives, oh, bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Had he been where he thought, by this had thought been past. Oh, you sir, friend! Here is sir! Speak! Thus might he pass indeed, yet he revives! What are you, sir?
Oh, wait, let me die.
Hadst thou been aught but feathers' hair, so many fathoms down precipitating, thou shouldst shiver like an egg, but thou dost breathe, hast heavy substance, bleeds not, art sound! 10 masts make not the altitude, which thou hast perpendicularly fell. Thy life's a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky bourne, do but look up.
Oh, Black, I have no eyes. This wretchedness deprived that benefit to end itself by death.
Here, give me your arms. So. Give you your legs. Ah, you stand.
Oh, too well. Too well.
This above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you?
The poor unfortunate beggar.
As I stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons, 1,000 noses, horns that whelped and waved like the enriched sea. Was some fiend. Therefore, thou happy father, think that the clearest gods have preserved thee.
Oh, I do remember now. That thing you speak of, I took it for a man. Often would say, the fiend, the fiend. He led me to that place. Oh, henceforth, I'll bear my affliction till it do cry out itself, enough, enough, and die.
Bear free and patient thoughts. Who comes here? A safer sense will ne'er accommodate his master thus.
No, they cannot touch me for coining. I'm the king himself.
Oh, thou side-piercing sight.
A mouse. Peace, peace. Shh. This piece of toasted cheese will do it.
There's my gauntlet! I'll prove it on the giant! Bring up the brown bills!
Oh, well flown, bird. Well flown.
In a clout! In a clout! Give the word.
Sweet margin?
Pass.
I know that voice.
Goneril with a white beard. Gotta be like a dog. They told me I had white hairs in my beard and the black ones were there.
Go to! They're not men of their words.
They told me I was everything. And
Untrue!
tis a lie. I'm not making proof.
The trick of that voice I do well remember is not the king.
I am the ancient king!
When I do stare, see how the subject quakes.
I pardon that man's life.
What was I caused? Adultery. Thou shalt not die. Die for adultery. The wren goes toot, and the small gilded fly does lecher in my sight.
Let copulation thrive!
Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my 2 daughters got between the lawful sheets. Behold, yon simpering dame, whose face between her forks presaged snow, that knits his virtue and does shake the head to hear of pleasure's name. The fitchew nor the soiled horse goes to it with a more riotous appetite. Down from the waist they are centaurs, though women all above, but to the girdle do the gods inherit. The rest is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, the sulphurous pit, burning, scalding, stench, consumption, fire, fire, fire. Ooh, pah, pah, pah. Ooh, give me an ounce of civet, good apothecary, to sweeten my imagination.
Let me kiss that hand.
Well, let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Ruinous piece of nature. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squint at me? No, no, blind Cupid. Do thy worst, I'll not love. Here, read thou this challenge. Mark but the penning of it.
Were all thy letters sons, I could not see.
I would not take this from report. It is, and my heart breaks at it.
Read!
What, with the case of eyes?
Oh, bear with me. No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Yet you see how this world goes.
I see it feelingly.
What? Art mad? A man may see how this world goes with no eyes. Look with thine ears. See how yon justice rails against yon simple thief. How can I read it? Change places, handy-dandy, which is the justice, which is the thief? Get these glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things that thou dost not.
Oh, matter and impertinency mixed, reason and madness.
If thou wilt weep my fortunes, and take my eyes. Oh, I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient. We came crying hither, thou knowest, the first time we smell the air, we bawl and cry. Now preach to thee. Mark. When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of
here he
fools.
is. Lay hand on him.
Oh.
Sir, your most dear daughter.
No rescue! What a prisoner! Oh, I am even the natural fool of fortune! Use me well. We shall have ransom. Let me have a surgeon. Oh, I am cut to the brains!
You shall have anything.
What? No seconds? All myself?
Good sir.
I will die bravely, like a smug bridegroom. What? I will be jovial! Come, come. I became my master's. Know you that?
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Then there's the eye bit. Nay, you shall get it. You shall get it. By running! Sa!
Sight most pitiful of the meanest wretch, past speaking of in a king.
Hail, gentle sir.
Speed you, sir.
You here observe a battle ford.
Everyone hears that which can distinguish sounds.
What by your favor, how near's the other army?
Near and on speedy foot, the main descry stands on the hourly thought.
I thank you.
You ever gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worst spirit tempt me again to die before you, please.
Well, pray you, father.
Abram, lame prize. Most happy. That eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes.
Know thee, serviceable villain, was duteous to the vices of thy mistress's badness of desire.
Thou old, unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember, the sword is out that must destroy thee.
Now, let thy friendly hand put strength enough to it.
Wherefore, bold peasant, darest thou support a published traitor? Hence, lest of the infection of misfortune take like hold on thee, let go his arm.
Shall not let go, sir, without further occasion.
Let go, slave, or thou diest.
Good gentlemen, go your gait, let poor old pass. Gentlemen, swearing out my life. Gentlemen, a foot now. Yea? Come now near the old man. Or else try whether your cost ought to be bow be the harder. Shall we play with you?
Out, dunghill. Oh! Thou hast slain me! Slave, take my purse and give the letters which thou find'st about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Oh, untimely death!
What? Is he dead?
Here, Father. Sit you down. See, these letters that he speaks of may be my friends. Let's see. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. There is nothing done if he return the conqueror. Then am I the prisoner, and his bed my jail. From the loaded warmth whereof, deliver me, and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant, Goneril. For undistinguished vices of woman's will, applaud upon a most noble husband's life. In the exchange, my brother. Come, Father, away. Give me your hand. Far off methinks I hear the beaten drum. Come, I'll bestow you with a friend.
Oh, the good Kent! How shall I live and work much like this? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is o'erpaid.
You better soothe it. These weeds are memories of those worser hours. I pray thee, put them off.
Pardon, dear madam, yet to be known shortens my main intent. My boon I make it that you know me not, till time and I think meet.
Then be it so, my good lord. What is the king?
Madam, sleeps still.
Kind gods, through this great breach in his abusive nature, the untuned and jarring senses, oh, wind up of this child, change it, Father.
So please your majesty, that we should wait for the king, he hath slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge, and proceed in the sway of your will. See, Ray?
Aye, madam. In the heaviness of sleep, put fresh garments on you.
Be by, good madam, only to await him. I doubt not of his temperance.
Very well.
Please you, draw near.
Dear Father, restoration hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made. Was this a face to stand against the warring winds, to be opposed against the deep, dreadful thunder? He wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, do you? 'Tis fittest.
How fears your majesty?
Oh! It took me long to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. When did you die?
He is scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I'm mightily abused. I know not what to say. I will not swear these on my hands.
Look upon me, sir, and place your hands in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray now, mock me not. I am a very foolish, fond old man. And to be plain, I fear that I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks that I should know you and know this man, but I'm doubtful. Do not laugh at me! For as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
So I am. I am.
I'll be your tears wet. Pray you, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They do not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you seize, killed in him. Desire him to go in.
Will it please your highness walk?
You must now bear with me. Pray now, forget and forgive. I'm old and foolish.
sir, that the Duke of Cornwall was so slain?
Most certain, sir.
Who was conductor of his people?
Must have said the bastard son of Gloucester.
They say Edgar, his banished son, is with the Earl of Kent in Germany.
Report is changeable. It's time to look about. Powers of the kingdom approach apace.
Your regiment is like to be bloody. Very well, sir.
My point and period will be thoroughly wrought. For well or ill, as this day's battles fought.
Now, sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you.
Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth.
Do you not love my sister?
In honored love.
But have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place?
That thought amuses you.
I am fearful that you have been drugged and bosomed with her, as far as we can call hers.
No, by mine honor.
I shall never endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She and the Duke are husband.
I'd rather lose the battle than that sister who's a human being.
Our very loving sister, well be met. Sir, this I heard. The king is come to his daughter with others whom the rigor of our state forced to cry out. Where I could not be honest, I never yet was valiant with this business. It toucheth us as France invades our lands.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Then let's determine with the ancient of war our proceeding.
I shall attend you presently at your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us?
No.
'Tis most convenient, pray you go with us.
Oh, I know the riddle.
I will go.
To both these sisters I've sworn my love, each jealous of the other. Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril, and I shall hardly carry out my side, her husband being alive. Now then, we'll use his countenance for the battle, which being done, let her who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for the mercy which he intends to Lear and to Cordelia, the battle done, and they within our power, shall never see his pardon, for my state stands on me to defend, not to debate.
Bear your grace and speech with man so poor, hear me one word.
I'll overtake you. Speak.
Before you fight the battle, open this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. That should go I seen. I can produce a champion that will prove what is about you there. Fortune of you.
Stay until I have read the letter.
I was forbid it. When time shall serve, let but the herald cry, and I'll appear again.
Fine. Very well then. I'll overlook that paper.
Away, old man, away! King Lear lost and his daughter ta'en. Come on!
No further, sir. A man may rot even here.
What? In the ill thoughts again? Men must endure their going hence, even as they're coming hither. Lifeless is all. Come on!
Now, good sir, what are you?
A most poor man, maintained by fortune's blows, by the art of known and feeling sorrows, am pregnant to good pity. Come, give me your hand.
Oh, thanks. We are not the first to witness me, having heard the worst. For thee, O blessed king, am I cast down myself, put out crown false fortune's crown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No! No, no! Come. Let's away to prison.
We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness.
Take them away. Come hither, Captain. Hark. Take thou this note. Go and follow them to prison. If thou dost as this instructs thee, thou dost make thy way to noble fortunes. To be tender-minded does not become a sword.
I'll do it, my lord.
About it.
Sir, you have showed today your valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You have the captives who are the opposites of today's strife. We do require them of you.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed guard. With him I sent with me. The question of Cordelia and her father were prized for the prince.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace him. Methinks our pleasure may have been demanded ere you spoke so far. He led our powers, bore the commission of my place and person, the immediacy of which may well stand up and call itself thy brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
In my rights, by me invested, he compares with that.
That was the most if he should husband you.
Oh, jesters do oft prove prophets.
Allah, Allah, that eye that told you so looked but a squint.
Witness the world I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him?
Lady, I am not well. Perhaps I should answer you from a full voice. General, take down my soldiers, prisoners' patrimony. Dispose of them, of me. The walls are thine.
But let alone lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in thine, lord.
Half-blooded fellow, yes.
Let the drums strike. Prove my title thine.
Stay yet. Hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thine attaint this gilded serpent. For your claim, fair sister, I bar it in the interest of my wife. 'Tis she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your bands. If you will marry, make your loves to me. My lady is bespoke.
An interlude.
Thou art armed, Gloucester. Let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, there's my pledge. I'll prove it on thy heart ere I taste bread. Thou art in nothing less than I have here proclaimed thee.
Sick! Oh, sick.
If not, I'll never trust this.
There is my exchange. What in the world he is that named me traitor? Villain like he lies, call by thy trumpet. He that dares approach, on him I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
A herald! Ho!
A herald! Oh, a herald!
My sickness grows upon me.
She's not well. Convey her to my tent. Come hither, herald. Let the trumpet sound and read out this.
If any man of quality or degree within the lists of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense. Sound trumpet! Again! Again?
Ask him his purposes, why he appears upon this call of the trumpet.
What are you, your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
Know that my name is lost. Yet am I noble as the adversary I come to cope.
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself. What sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword, that if my words offend a noble heart, thine arm may do thee justice. Here is mine. I protest thou art a traitor, false to thy gods, to thy brother, and to thy father.
a most toad-spotted traitor.
Back do I toss these treasons to thy head. This sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest forever.
Shut your mouth, dame, or with this paper shall I stop it. Hold, sir, thou worse than any name, read thine own evil. Up. No tearing lady, I perceive you know it.
Say that I do. The laws are mine and not thine. Who can arraign me?
Most monstrous error! Knowst thou this paper?
Ask me not what I know.
Go after her. She's desperate. Go on her.
What you have charged me with, that have I done, and more, much more. The time will bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I. But what art thou that hast this fortune on me?
I am in no less blood than thou art, Edmund. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son!
I must embrace thee. Oh, let sorrow split my heart, if ever I did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know it.
Where have you hid yourself? How do you know the miseries of your father?
By nursing them, my lord. List a brief tale, and when 'tis told, oh, my heart would burst. The bloody proclamation that followed me so near taught me to shift into a madman's rags. And in his habit met I my father, his bleeding rings, scattered diamonds too lost. Became his guide, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never, oh fault, revealed myself unto him until some half hour passed, and from first to last told him of my pilgrimage. His weak heart, alack, too weak the conflict to support, twixt two extremes of passion, joy and grief, burst smilingly.
If there be more woeful, hold it in, for I'm almost ready to dissolve hearing this.
Help! Help! Oh, help!
What means that bloody knife?
It is hot. It smokes. It came even from the heart. Oh, she's dead.
Who? Dead! Speak, man!
Your lady, sir. Your lady. And her sister, by her is poisoned. She confesses it.
I was contracted to them both. All three, now married in an instant.
This justice of the heavens that makes us tremble touches us not with pity. Oh, is this Kent? The time will not allow the compliments that very manners urges.
I am come to bid my king and master a good night. Is he not here?
Great thing of us forgot. Speak, Edmund! Where's the king and where's Cordelia?
I pant for life. Some good I mean to do, despite mine own nature. Quickly send, be brief in it, to the castle, for my writ is on the life of Lear and on Cordelia. Nay, send in time.
Run! Run! Oh, run!
Oh, you are men of stone, and are your tongues and eyes. I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead, when one lives, she's dead as her.
Is this the promised end?
Or image of that horror?
Fall and cease!
A plague upon you, murder! Traitors all! And I saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia. Cordelia. Stay a little. What dost thou sayest? Her voice was never soft, gentle and low, an excellent thing in woman. I killed this slave that was hanging me. Who are you? My eyes are not the best. Are you not Kent?
The same. Your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
He's a good fellow. I can tell you that. He'll strike him quickly, too. He's dead. Rotten.
No, my lord, I am the very man.
I'll see that
From
straight.
your first of difference and decay have followed your sad steps.
So I think.
He knows not what he says. In vain is it that we present us to him.
Very bootless.
Noble friends, know our intent. What comfort to this great decay may come shall be applied. For us, we will resign ourselves during the life of this old majesty to him our absolute power, and you to your rights with boot and such additions as your honors have more than merited. All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue, and all foes the cup of their deserving.
And my poor fool is hanged. No life. Why should a dog, horse, or rat have life and thou no breath at all? That come no more. Never. Never. Undo this button. Thank you, sir. Do you see this? Look on her. Look at her lips. Look.
He faints. My lord, look up, my lord. Vex not his ghost, don't let it pass. He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer. He's gone indeed. The wonder is he endured so long, but usurped his life.
Our present business is general woe. Friends of my soul, you twain rule in this realm, and the gourd state sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time, we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say.
The oldest among us have borne most.
We that are young will never see so much, nor live so long.